Hi, we will see statistical decision making using coefficient of variation. What is coefficient of variation? It is a measure of variability of a data. Variability can be measured using variance, standard deviation, and coefficient of variation. Any one of these can be used. For population data and for sample data, variance is denoted as sigma squared for population data and capital S squared for sample data. How is it calculated? Sigma squared is equal to summation of the square of the deviation of the variables from the population mean divided by the total number of terms in the population. Similarly, for sample data, capital S squared is given by summation of square of the deviation of the variables from the sample mean divided by total number of terms in the sample minus 1. Closer the number is to the mean, lower the variability. But here the numbers are already large. Why squaring? Why are we evaluating to the second degree, to the square? We will see. Dispersion is non-negative. Consider the numbers 1, 2, and 3. The mean is 2 because 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. 6 by 3 numbers. So 6 by 3 is 2. 1 and 3 are having dispersions of minus 1 and plus 1. But minus 1 is not allowed. Therefore, I am changing it to plus 1 by squaring it. Therefore, we are squaring it. To the second degree, we are evaluating. Otherwise, if I don't square it, the minus 1 and plus 1, minus 1 dispersion for the first term, plus 1 dispersion for the third term, that is 3, these will cancel out and will leave no information about dispersion, but that is actually existing. We know 1 is different from 2, 3 also is different from 2. Therefore, there must be a dispersion that should be shown. Therefore, we are squaring it here. Squaring also amplifies the effect of large dispersion. Like for example, the deviation is only 2. It will be shown as 4 in the variance. For example, the deviation is only 100. Then the variance will be 10,000. So it is magnifying the values, magnifying the output. Compare population variance with sample variance. We will consider the data 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Mean is calculated by the summation of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 15, divided by the number of terms. There are 5 terms are there. So 15 by 5 is 3. For population as well as for sample, mean is same 3. For population variance, the numerator is summation of the square of the deviation of the variables from the mean 3. Therefore, 1 minus 3 whole squared for the first term. Similarly, for 2, it is 2 minus 3 whole squared. For 3, 3 minus 3 whole squared. For 4, 4 minus 3 whole squared plus 5 minus 3 whole squared. Summing it up, we get 10 divided by total number of terms is 5. Therefore, 2 is the population variance. Sample variance, numerator is same, but the denominator is n minus 1. Therefore, 5 minus 1 is 4. Sample variance is 2.5. Now, why sample variance is modified so that it is greater than population variance? Because we get population variance as 2, sample variance as 2.5. Why are we having different formula? Sample values are taken from the population. That population contains the same values, but there will be concentration of certain values at extreme. Like for example, we are having only 1 one time and 5 and 1 time. But in the population, 1 may occur 3 times, 5 may occur 4 times. So there is a higher potential variability in the population as compared to the sample values taken from it. Okay. In order to reflect this higher potential variability in the population, the formula for standard deviation is modified. Otherwise, standard deviation value will be a lower value, which will not be a true representation of population variance. I have also given a mathematical proof in one of my videos. Please go through that video. Why we do not use variance very much? Values involved are very large. As I told you, 100 is shown as 10,000. Unit is different from the original unit. If the variables are in centimeter, the variance will be in centimeter squared. We do not want that. What do we want then? Dispersion should be in the original unit. That is what we want. Then only we can compare. Standard deviation is directly interpretable because it is having original unit. Hence, standard deviation is much more preferred in statistical analysis. What is the deficiency in standard deviation? We said variance we cannot use, standard deviation we can use. But there is also a problem with standard deviation. What is that? In situations where we expect the same variability, standard deviation does not convey that. It conveys different variability in situations where we expect the same variability to be shown. What is the remedial solution for that? There is one more measure of variability that is called coefficient of variation. It is also called as relative standard variation. It is nothing but the ratio of standard deviation over the mean. So coefficient of variation is equal to standard deviation divided by mean. For population, it is sigma by mu, and for sample, it is capital S by X bar. Why do we need this coefficient of variation? Because it conveys the same variability when expected. In situations where we want the, because we know very well that the two populations are having the same variability, then the measure also should show that same variability. That is possible with coefficient of variation. We will see that with an example. Consider two data sets that have the same variability. That is what we expect also when we analyze the same data. Let us find the variability of the price of a raw material in northern region. Probably you can take any simple exercise also, like what is the price variation of idli in Delhi. You can go to 10 restaurants, find the price of idli. If it is given in dollars, take the dollar price. If it is given in Indian rupee, note on the Indian price, find out the average and standard deviation. We will take a raw material for manufacturing units available in the northern region. There are 10 sources I pick up. The material is available for purchasing by payment in Indian rupees or in dollars. I will take both the values because you have the exchange rate. So they will give it in the exchange rate. Data obtained from 10 different sources in the northern region. I will take only 5 regions now. 5 sources only we will take because there's no place for this. 5 different sources I have taken. The dollar price is given here. INR price is given here. Now we can find out the average, sum it up, divide by 5, 108. Sum this INRs, divide by 5, you will get 8424. Variance, you know how to find out. You are given the formula. And standard deviation is square root of 136 here, square root of 827424 here. Now, please see this. I have taken the same raw material. I have considered the same sources, but then why should the standard deviation be different? It is showing as a small variability. It is showing 10 times this variability here, which is not what we wanted. I know for sure. I'm damn sure because the material is same, sources are same, so the answers also should be same. There cannot be variability. I know for obvious reasons there is no variability. Here we get different SDs for the same item from the same sources. We will use coefficient of variation here. What is coefficient of variation? For dollar, we will see here this is nothing but standard deviation by average. 11.66 by 108 is 0.108. And for this INR, it is 909.63 divided by 8424, which is again 0.108. Therefore, we are getting the same variability. We expect the same variability only. We are also getting the same variability. Therefore, coefficient of variation is a better measure of variability in this condition. So coefficient of variation conveys the same variability as expected. Thank you very much. If you like this, please share with your friends. Thank you. You can also subscribe